I would like to acknowledge, first of course, the proponent and initiator of this activity this morning. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, General Abu Amri Tadik. Our sister from the media, Miss Arlene de la Cruz, and of course our brother Abi Bakrin Lukman, and to all of you also from the Academy. We have Chancellor Jada Kiram, Father Sison, the different municipal information officers, members of the media, both print, broadcast, and TV, fellow workers in government and in public service. Again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. You know, you and I, that we now live and survive globally and locally in the age of information. The things that we decide on, problems we solve in our daily lives, necessitate quality and quantity of information on hand. In our individual and collective works, the aid of information is necessary. In fact, government regards essential information very crucial and vital for its effective operations. In running our provincial government now and governing the province of Sulu, we need more than ever a tandem with strong leadership, not only accurate, timely, and relevant data about our current situation, because to decide effectively for the interest of our future and betterment of all in this province, balanced information is essentially required. Only by balanced information can you and I monitor progress in turning our good plans into reality. The occasion that we are gathered in today is indeed a step forward on my call as your humble Chief Executive to carry out the mission of equipping the provincial government with the necessary information and data from which we decide and to which we focus, coming up with new plans, guidelines, policies, and strategies. I wish to see not only the Provincial Information Office now under Mr. Abu Amri Tadik to spearhead such effort, but I also call upon all media and information practitioners of all LGUs, government line agencies, NGOs, the Academy, even the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine National Police, and other sectors in this province to join and help integrate and collaborate balanced information on the good things we do in government that our constituents must know on one hand, and on what we should do in government that we must heed from them on the other. And we can move from this if together we give each other the green light. I strongly call upon our tri-media to play their important role as good partners of the provincial government. Continue to come up with new strategies in dealing and viewing on the current issues situation of peace and security, as well as governance and development in this province. As good partners, I acknowledge your sincerity to help rectify some nods of media practices of putting Sulu on hot pages, magnifying its negative image, but devoid of balanced information of some realities of the province. To this, my administration stands for fairness and transparency as a policy. No less than the President, Her Excellency Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, by her Executive Order number 192 dated August 20, 2007, the President ordered a humanitarian offensive in Basilan and in Sulu and other areas of the ARMM. On this, the Arroyo government admits that economic development remains the principal weapon against terrorism in Sulu and Basilan, which delayed progress for so long. The government response to the conflict in these provinces is multidimensional, which maintains the fact that these provinces are no means a war zone. In fact, all national government initiatives are put in one package towards a comprehensive delivery of services under health, education, livelihood, progress for Basilan and Sulu program, which has the acronym of HELP, H-E-L-P. It is coordinated within the mechanism of the ARMM by the Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process, the battle cry of which is Sulong Sulu, Bangon Basilan. All the national agencies have their own tasks on this regard. The DSWD and the Department of Health will ensure the care and comfort of the displaced victims of armed conflict in the South. The Department of Trade and Industry will help the people of Sulu and the ARMM areas market their produce at better prices. In fact, there is going to be a shipment, a symbolic shipment of our fruits this coming 6 September. It's going to be on Thursday. A C-130 plane will be coming over to pick up our produce, our fruits, our coffee. And this will be brought to Manila. This will be brought to the Shoe Mart. This will be marketed at the Rustans and even at the trade fair at Intramuros of WOW Philippines. So this is the initiative of Senator Gordon and of course the President herself, who has instructed the DTI to market our produce. The CHED, the Commission on Higher Education, will offer additional scholarship slots for future doctors. A fortnight ago, I talked to the President of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila in the person of Attorney Adel Tamano. He is President of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. He is offering us at least 10 scholars. 10 scholars who graduated or who will graduate as salutatorians or valedictorians from high school, and they will get a Manila standard education. They will be educated in Manila, and on the part of the province we will provide the allowances. They will get free tuition, free everything from the school. The provincial government will provide the allowances of at least 5,000 pesos each. They offer about 10 courses. The Department of Energy will build solar-powered science laboratories. On this, I will be seeing Secretary Reyes. We called up the office of Secretary Reyes yesterday, and I'm seeing him on Wednesday. The Department of Education will assist the ARMM to move fast, build and repair more schools, and shore up support for the teachers. Just recently, we had our licensure examination for teachers on orders of the President. We had about 1,851 examinees. So, this was upon the instructions of the President, which is also included in this Administrative Order 192. The DPWH will assist the ARMM to move fast in major infrastructure projects in the area. Just now, I talked to Secretary Ebdane regarding the concreting of that stretch at Bayog going to Bilaan. So that is about a 2-point-something kilometer stretch costing about 30 million pesos. So I'm seeing also Secretary Ibdane on Monday. The PRC will go to Sulu and Basilan. So they were here. Initially, the PRC refused to come. As early as December, I saw the chairperson of the PRC, Chairperson Rosero, and she told me that they did not have time anymore. But the other Tuesday during the cabinet meeting, I was present, and Chairperson Rosero was also present. I told the President that as early as July, I already talked to Chairperson Rosero, but she told me that she did not have the time anymore. She was instructed by the President to proceed to Sulu and conduct the examination. And so the examination was conducted last Sunday here in the province of the Sulu for the first time in the history of PRC examinations. The GSIS will fix the problems of government employees with regard to loans, health insurance, etc. and others. During also that cabinet meeting we had, where I attended the other Tuesday, the President called the attention of the chairperson, Winston Garcia, who was then in the States. The President called him and told him to come back and fix the problem about the GSIS. The assistant was advised by the President, and in fact, in the words of the President, when the assistant of the GSIS argued on the surcharges and the penalties that she will have to consult the board, the President told her that decisions are made not in the board, but it is made in Malacanang. That was the words. That were the words of the President. You don't make decisions in your board, you make decisions. Decisions are made here in Malacanang. So in which case, the President has instructed to condone the surcharges and the penalties of these remittances or non-remittances by the teachers. These are vital information that we have to focus on. The development that is indeed the ultimate goal that the government wants to see flourish in Sulu and Basilan, and of course the other ARMM provinces. So I call upon all information practitioners to maintain proper coordination in gathering balanced information, to build a good image of the provincial government, as well as in conveying the message of development impact on the lives of our people in Sulu that our provincial government is doing, have done, and intending to do with the support of the Arroyo government in the next 3 years at least. By this mission, ladies and gentlemen, I keep myself consistent in strengthening the effective operation of our area coordinating center in our province. I have been telling all fora that we have about the only one organized area coordinating center, and maybe the only one here in the ARMM. So this is a very effective, forum for us that other provinces may emulate. As an office and mechanism to address the various concerns affecting peace, progress, and development by solving the problems of coordination and response, as well as integrated efforts and information in particular. However, your support and cooperation are most needed. Lastly, I encourage you all with my support to get to the bottom of this great task, and let us all get the knack of it to make headway together as a new Tausug, who is capable of shaping his own destiny in order to deserve the blessings of peace, development, and progress in this part of the country. I extend my warmest salutation to all, and may Allah guide you during the day-long activity. Good day, and wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.